What's up, guys? So I did a video where I talk about hook or top roll, which one should you choose, and in this video I said that you should choose one path and just follow that path. And I received so many comments, people just, I think, not completely understanding what I'm saying, and arguing me that you should train everything and different things considering this video. So in this video I want to get back to some of these comments that I got, and after that, I will answer some of your questions right now on live stream. So let's get to these questions that I asked that people disagreeing with me. So basically, what I said is more successful you can be with choosing one technique over other. And this is a problem with new arm wrestlers. They come out and they want to train everything. So one day they will train specifically for hook, and one day they will train specifically for top roll. And this is really confusing on your body. It's like trying to learn two different techniques, especially when you're just starting and you don't have these pathways in your head when you understand how to do the correct top roll movement. So this is why for everyone who trains under me, I recommend just choose one technique. Just, okay, if you really feel that you're stronger in hook, if you feel that you're stronger in top roll, choose one and go with it. People misread me or just didn't understand. They thought like you should train just for one and completely just forget everything to do on the other. I didn't say that. What I did say was train more specifically. So again, I will explain. Let's say you have really good top roll. Let's say you have really good hook, and there are people who beats your hook, and for you it means like you're not gonna switch to top roll. You're just gonna get your hook better. You're gonna work on some areas. Maybe you get your arm to supinated position. Maybe you need more pronation work. So consistently adding and building around one of your techniques will add to that other. So if there is a match where you need to switch to top roll, you know how to go there. But the problem for me, guys are just trying to do everything. They step on table and they trying to get one thing done. They first match they will go hook, second they will try to go top roll, and they will start in the middle. For everyone, they need to have this one move. This it's not king moves, but it's your king move. It's one thing that makes you better than the others. Work around it, and when you're basically 10, 20 years in the sport, then you can do everything. But let's guys started like okay, look at Devin, look at John can do this and that. Okay, but these are exception. These two guys are exception. Let's look at the other guys who are top guys in the world, like really top guys in the world, not guys who can beat everyone in their country, but guys who can beat everyone in the world. So the world champions and basically European champions, because they compete against 20 nations, and it's 20, 40 nations, sorry. Let's say we look at guys like Viorel Dobrin. So he has amazing top roll. He has no idea going in hook because he doesn't need it. He wins mostly about 90% of these fights in top roll, and he wins them 90%. So when guys understand what you're doing, they will think about antidote. They will think about how to beat you. So what you need to do from there is to increase your chance of winning, adding the strengths to positions where they feel you have weaknesses, not by totally switching up and going inside hook. Guys like Krasimir Konstantinov. So Krasimir, it's like he has amazing hook. He doesn't need top roll. He just needs to improve his hook. If he feels okay, so let's say guys like Laletin, he opens him up in this position. So he starts to basically improve that position to have less chance losing there. So but when you start doing all of these things, like everything, like you want to go on table and just, of course you can work out, but just in your head you should have one technique, one really good technique. It's hard to do when you're injured. It's hard to do when you're tired. But having that one crown jewel, just one good technique, I think is much better than having all of these things. It's like, you know, when you're training 50% and giving 50% to one technique, 50% to other technique, at the end you have 50%. When you're giving everything you have to one technique and really go confidently on table and feeling like you can do. And if you feel like you cannot do anything with your best tool, then you can try to find other pathways. And in arm wrestling, we have seen a lot of guys um, Vladislav. He has amazing top roll, but there are positions where he feels that he has let his top roll go, so he can go in his tricep press. He feels like he can go to both of these, but at starting, when he just started, he was just training for top roll. There wasn't any, and there wasn't hook. We trying to do, at one point he wanted to have a better hook, and at that point I was thinking I wasn't as competent in arm wrestling as I am now, so I said like, okay, let's try do some more hook. You fight in hook, and problem was he got really comfortable in hook, but in feeling comfortable and being strong are totally different things. He got comfortable, he lost matches by going him side, pulling him side, getting over supinated and just losing, because he felt like, okay, he can hold there, but you don't have that much power in all of your moves than in other moves. So it was it was like a year to teach him go back. Now he just like has like super good top roll, and if he needs, he has this tricep press that he uses. Same as like Jan Samolich, same thing here. Like Vitaly Levitin, same thing here. One really strong move, and this is for the guys on day. You can always switch it up. You're a fighter. Just it's close to MMA, but you don't have to practice all techniques. You don't have to be confusing your body to have all these techniques. It will come by, with years. And guys that are arguing me are guys that have been doing this for years. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about new guys. If you first step into the arm wrestling, choose one technique, choose one path, and go as far as you can with that path. And when that path cannot take you any further, then switch it up, change things. Just, you know, I hope people who are watching and who will watch this video a little bit later understand what I'm talking about. So for me, this path with my left arm was tricep press. But then I get injured and I have problems. So right now I'm trying to relearn everything and go for top roll. And my body doesn't want to do top roll. And mostly it's again, when you're looking at some guys, there are exceptions. Like I said, John and Devon, and these are, I think, most the spectacular arm wrestlers who can show all techniques, and there are a lot of guys on different levels who can do these things, but these are exceptions. When you look at the most guys will have one really good move, and when they get beat in that move, the smart guy they will think a way how to make that move better, but by changing styles, this is different pathways. This is your body trying to being confused, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about not to train something, not to basically don't do bicep motions or things like that if you're training for top roll. No, work, but on table just specify one thing that you want to do. When you get really good at one thing, I think it's more beneficial to have one good thing than 20 like shitty ones. So I will answer some of the questions and I will get back to the live chat right there. So uh, Austrian Oak, so tell me, what do you think about this Brezeng tips? My advantage over many arm wrestlers has always been my ability to hit vulnerable direction with enough force to keep them from using their strength and endurance against me. So, okay, it's like my counter question is, how many John Brezengs do we have in the world? It's always exception to the rule, and I don't know. I haven't talked to John and haven't asked. Maybe he had one technique at the beginning, or he was really good. And if you look at John, he's really spectacular. He's just amazing in arm wrestling. He can do everything, and this is why he can do anything, because his body understands hook, he understands top roll. It's not getting confused. He can apply enough force in different positions, and that's just John. It's not saying, it's like, guys, like right now everyone is like, but he said this and he said that. And if you look at like guys like, okay, so Devon said this, you do just this. How many Devon Larratts do we have in the world? One, just one. And that's the problem. It's always exception to the rule. And most successful guys in all sports, they're exception to rule. They're they can do everything, and everything will work for them, different things. And when they give some advices, it will work for some people, but not most of them. When you look at just like other sports, there are guys like we keep talking about MMA fighting, and let's say just like okay, let's John Jones, like people can mimic his fighting style, they can train like him, they can have the same build, but they will not be John Jones. It's you can do all these things, but you will not be him. So always find a way that works for you. Check out things like don't stick to one thing like religion. Arm wrestling isn't religion. It's not like just like go one path, and no. Be smart. If you see something isn't working, switch it up. Do something else. It's not all things work for all people. So in arm wrestling, you need to be smart. You need to understand. Okay, this kind of training doesn't work for me, and it's not because trainer was bad or some. No, it's you individually. You don't need to work on weights, or maybe you don't need to work on table that much. It's different for everyone else. And if someone says in any kind of way of life, just like there's one recipe for everything, no, they're lying, or they're not competent, or they're just shutting down their brains. They're not learning. They're just it's people arrogance. They stay and say these things like it's no. When I teach someone, I will teach them my ways. I will teach them my experiences that I have done with all these years in arm wrestling, in training, in coaching, in that I have learned in schools, that I have learned from my experiences. But it's not necessarily true. It's truth is truth is one, but different for everyone. So you need to be smart. You need to understand, assess things that's working. So this is why when we have this like it's a comical story each time we go from competitions, and I always travel with Ladislaus, and he says like he got first place or second or third place, and he comes with driving a car or in plane or whatever, and he always like he talked to some of the guys in arms, and he's like yeah, they said me they do this thing, so we need to switch it up to do this thing. And I say no. So when you're broken, then we can switch things up. If everything's working and you're evolving and you're getting stronger, not stronger by day, but stronger by years, weeks, months, then everything's fine. But just need to just basically stop and look at what you're doing. If what you're doing is working, keep doing that. If it's not working, just stop doing it. It's people arrogance. You know, because we have these egos, we want to be best, and we want to think that we know everything. I don't know shit. You know, when I talk with smarter people, I know some things in my field. I know some things better than most people in my field. So this is why I can talk about these things. But when people say things with 100% certainty, they're bullshitting. You know, all these comments, guys, are. I will read them and I will answer them. So as I said, Brezeng tip was, and he's exception to the rule, and it will work for some people. Some people, if you can get on table and right away you understand that you can arm wrestle in Toproll as good in hook, and you can apply it on a real arm wrestling match, then keep doing that. If you step on table and you're training hook and Toproll, but only one thing works for them, don't try to do other. It's pretty simple. So yeah, okay, I will turn on the chat on computer, and I will look at some of the questions. So oh Jesus, there are a lot of questions. Sorry guys. So I will get to the questions. I think everyone who watches this video, this is a follow-up to hook and Toproll. Just I hope you get my idea. I'm not saying to not do something. I'm saying to do as many things as you can, but to assess what's working and what is not working. So Zia Arnie, bro, tell me how to increase wrist size. Train, just train. It's like people say genetics and things like that. Of course, they play important role. But if you're an arm wrestler, like I don't know if my like I'm 170. I'm not a big guy, but my hands are as big as guys that are, I don't know, 190. So you know, consistent work, different knuckles up, knuckles up. So radial divination, ulnar divination, all the wrist work, everything will increase your size. Your forearms get bigger, fingers get stronger, tendons increase. So Kadim Zorlo, greetings to you too. So okay, right pullers have a strong area. Titan tennis, elite pullers have a strong area. Nothing bad in working out your strongest area than growing out more. Yes. How many times do you train arm wrestling in a week? So if you notice, I'm kind of like arm wrestling coach, so I train specifically arm wrestling. So for last 7 weeks we did everything. This was our off season, and as I said before, I have tried everything, and I know things that work for us, that works with my guys, that works for me. We do season and off season. So our season is when we're preparing for Europe and World Championship. So right now, next week, we're starting our path to the World Championship, 3 months. And in that time, we're gonna work specifically arm wrestling 3 times a week for most of them, 4 or 5 times for some of them. So not everyone is same, so you need to switch it up. It's like there isn't one formula for everything. You need to just assess things that you do. If you want to be good at arm wrestling, you need to understand how many times a week should you pull. If you get better from your pulling, then stop. If you recover from your pulling, you can do more pulling. If you don't recover, do more weight work with weights. Sorry, my English. Okay. People butt hurt and disagree. Good advice last video, Ray. I'm guessing people got butt hurt and disagree. Yeah, it's I just know it's because it's like with every other thing. We want to say that we're right, and when they look back and just think about it's super simple. Just take a paper, look at all your matches, and look how many matches you win on one technique and how on the other technique. So you will have some constant, even though you say you need to practice everything. And maybe you're doing just one too much. Maybe you're winning 80% of your matches in Toproll, and you're spending 20% of that energy winning in hook. Sometimes you need that hook, but how much you spend time in training? Maybe you can add more training time for your one technique and get better at it, and then win 90% or 100% of the matches in one technique. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying not to do some things. Hi Ray, I tried that wrist curls you advised. I tried to find comfortable under that angle, but I could not do it properly. It was really nothing until the very last of the movement. Which ones are you talking about? You think decline bench, on a decline bench? Are you talking about decline bench? Hello from Ohio, USA. Enjoy your videos. Hi there. I'm thinking about going to USA either December or at the start of next year. So I haven't been to USA. I want to go there. We want to compete. We want to go sightseeing. It's gonna be cool. I think I stick to normal curls. I feel more tension during almost. Exactly. Just okay. You tried something. Yeah, I see your comment. We get that. So you tried something, and you don't feel it. Just don't do it. It's as I said. It's not like every exercise is gonna work for everyone. Find what's working for you. I absolutely love these. I take cup grip, I feel most tension, I find the right angle, and it hits my wrist, and it really lets me grow. Because I feel in arm wrestling, it's not like we're gonna have tension at one point. We're gonna have tension on our fingers and on our wrist. So this exercise does that both things in one. And I feel that every time I can lift 60 kilos, controlled motion, 60, 50, 70 kilos, controlled motion for 5 to 10 reps, I know my wrists are in good shape. So my hands are strong, I can go and do some pulling on a good level. Hey coach, how to catch a hit at the start? What's the best technique for this when you pull with explosive opponent? Super easy. Stand up 100% ready. So tension everything up. Find the point where he's attacking. So let's say he's gonna attack your pronation. Get in your pronation, activate everything in, and go on attack. Or wait in the center. But for everyone who has problems catching explosive opponents, basically how I just forgot one of it's not flexing, it's just create tension, just pull a little bit, make your muscles be 100% ready, basically what you would do at the end of the match. So stay there, activate your elbow flexors, your back, your side press, and stay there and try to catch it. It's everything. If you're gonna if I know that most of the guys that are really explosive, they will start by just leaving their hand like this, so there's no tension on everything. They just, and then they're gonna explode because they're fast. So what you need to do or not to do is do the same thing, because when you're trying to catch fast opponents standing like him, because sometimes they will give this arm and it's like really comfortable and you're gonna take it and stand like this. Devon had this really good video where he said never take what's given. It applies to this. Never take what's given. If someone gives you like really good hand and you feel like, yeah, feeling really comfortable, find a better position. Comfortable doesn't mean good. So find position to find the position that will ensure you winning this match. Try low hand top roll. Vegeta, try low hand top roll. It works for me very well. Auto hand top roll. I do use position style for stopping low hand. Is great. Yeah, it's same thing. If you're a top roller, you still need to someone goes in hook, just switch up the technique. The technique doesn't change. The angle of forces changes. The parts that you use. This is why people are. At some points they're more successful when they switch up techniques, but it's better always to have one really good technique. Ray, I'm a new arm wrestler and someone teach me attack my fingers. How can I train the gym to counter this? Attack my fingers. Someone teaching me attack my fingers. So they just pull back. Create basically resistance on them. If somebody is basically pulling you, don't hold them. It's simple. Try to get them to hold you on this part. Don't hold them here. It's really if when you're trying to hold someone, all your muscles are stretched. Everything here and here is stretched, and it's harder to activate from stretched position. So what you do here is just try to counter that force with here and try to have a little bit space in your fingers so you can go on the attack. I'm out of country, can't pull with the club, but I work someone to train to be stronger. Good. Why are you mirrored? It's I put my phone as a camera, so this is why it's in a mirror image. Should we train it? Is chest and shoulder important in arm wrestling? Should we train it? Yes, they're important, but it's not like I made a video a long time ago why bench press doesn't help with your side press or your arm wrestling. I do so many bench presses, and you need to have some movements like this. This is chest, yeah. So this is chest and this is arm wrestling motion. These kind of movements help, but when you're doing everything from here, they do not help. Shoulders, on the other hand, you need to have just train a lot of shoulders, especially when you get into these matches where you need to pull your arms pulling and it's holding on here, so your rear delts and your everything is taking the punishment. So train your not train but condition your shoulders, train your chest in these kind of movements. So all the fly motions, things like that, these will help and be more beneficial to arm wrestling. I also recommend close grip things to do because they're again closer position to arm wrestling position than just wide grip bench presses and things like that. Do you think Vladislav is able to beat Oniani on left arm right now? I'm gonna say yes, but we don't know that. I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna say 100% yes, and I hope we will have a chance to understand. The question was, do you think Vladislav is able to beat Oniani on left arm right now? Vladislav is so strong. We today we trained, and it doesn't matter what kind of weights he pulls, because I can take him on almost all exercises except wrist on weight to weight. So when we're doing any kind of exercise, I can do the same thing or surpass him. When we step on table, it's like brick wall against me. It's like he's so strong. He's really he we had really tough preparation for Europe. He rested, and now he's gonna go attack on everything. Okay, what do you think about Devon McMask? This is gonna be awesome. I really love McMask's performance this year. I really like Devon, and their pulling style is gonna be interesting. In my opinion, McMask is gonna take some rounds. I'm not saying he's gonna win, but he should take some rounds. He's looking really good, but Devon is increasingly getting better. He's preparing for this super fight with Dennis, so it's gonna be interesting match. I haven't watched the WL 404 event. I will make video where I do talk about all these matches. I saw some matches. I saw women's match, Valerie Beach versus I forgot girl from Sweden. I'm really sorry about that. That was amazing. That was just intense war. And first two rounds went to Valerie, and then guy from Sweden, she just destroyed her. And it was a really good match. But I saw some comical matches again with Solaris pulling. It's like, So I will do this on the start of next week. I'm right now. If you haven't noticed, I put out videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And after this live stream, there will be another video out on Toproll training. So I'm trying to do this 3 times a week, working consistently, answering to some questions, answering to some things. Finally, I'm gonna do some videos about technique. I'm not doing videos about technique because there's full internet of technique, basically techniques. Ask people how to train this, and just like it's same thing. I can show you my approach to things, but it's same thing on everything. It's like there isn't rocket science on how you go and hook. It's actually what works for you. So when basically someone teaches you how to go and hook and you cannot do that, either you make it your own, think of a way how you can do the same thing but differently, or you go to other technique. Maybe it's not working for you. So this is why I don't do these technique. Basically, when someone asks me questions, so how can I do this or that, I have to step on table. For each person in the world, it's completely different, depending on your strengths, weaknesses, depending on how long your arm is, the size of your arms, how strong you are. All these things matter. This is why I don't do technique videos, because you can find techniques, and as I said, you can just apply some of those things that work and some of those things that doesn't work for you. Okay, let's get back to the questions. Where is Alexei Voivoda? I don't know. I think he's not coming back to Armwrestling. That's Bubu in the background, so it's cool. Does leg training or deadlift improve strength for Armwrestling? No. They help a little bit for being healthy and being strong. Bobo. But no, leg training and deadlift, no. Hey Ray, how much can you squat, bench, and deadlift? It's like, who cares, man? It's like, back in the day, when my back was cool, I could squat about 190, 200 kilos. My bench best are in gym 200, in competition 185 kilos, and deadlift is 230 or 240 kilos. So I was pretty decent when I wanted to go into powerlifting, but arm wrestling is my passion, and you just cannot focus to two of these things. I do bench press. I will compete in September in bench press competition. This is why I'm adding more and more to my bench press, and I'm feeling really good about it, and it feels everything's working fine. I have no pain nowhere, so I will basically do some bench pressing in September, and then I get leave it off, and then I will continue doing it for nationals in December. So usually I train for bench press. In past years I trained all year. I did everything, you know, I did everything. But I by everything I mean, yeah, I did squats and deadlifts and things like that. But I noticed that it really takes away from my arm wrestling. It takes away from everything, and I have these stupid injuries that I got when I wasn't as competent as I am now, and it's really hard to go off here. So if someone doesn't know, I have problems with both of my arms. There's ulnar nerve right here under, and it's coming out. And the easy solution is to do a surgery. I don't want to do surgery. I will take some painkillers and get through it like a man. But you know, when I will have enough, and I'm really close to having enough, then I will have surgery. But right now, together with Jan Samuelic, he's helping me with all these good things, all these exercises where I'm trying to do and making things better. This is why I post videos about recovery, things that I'm doing right now that I know that has worked for me. So if I was a merchant, I couldn't sell you nothing that I don't believe in. So I'm doing these things to get better. But if I don't get better by the end of this year, then I think surgery. I should do surgery and just put that right back and try to arm wrestle. Because every time I get in a side press position, I have pain in my elbow. But all these things together with Janis that I'm doing is making me better. It's making me healthier. So we'll see. Why, Alex, you don't play arm wrestling right now? As I said, no idea. I live in New York, and your English is better than 70% of who live here. Great job. Thank you, man. I'm thinking I will go to New York first. So if anything, I will make out the video when I'm going to USA, and maybe someone can meet me there and just help us go around, move around. And with my English, I understand that like I need bigger vocabulary. So I'm reading books more than I used to do before, and I'm reading them out loud. So I have all these words in my head. When I need words, I can go to the words. So this is why I think language is really a good thing to have, different kind of languages. This is why I understand some of different languages because there are people who just like comments on things on Spanish and I'm like okay, so I go to Google Translate and then I understand these words and I remember these words. So as yeah, I have some good Russian too, but my English is much better. And with all these videos and all these interactions I'm doing right now, and yeah, my English is getting even better. So I wanted to do this. I don't want to like, you know, basically I don't want to self promote myself. I don't need to do this, but I'm doing online coaching. At right now I'm holding up to 7 clients in a month, and I just had 2 people just slip out of my online coaching because one had injury and one just needs to travel. So it's I make program. Basically, I will explain how my coaching works. I couldn't do arm wrestling coaching before because I didn't have the exercises. Right now, I'm doing. We have all these exercises that are on my channel, and I have about 100 that's in private mode that I just send to my clients. So it's usually costs about 60 to 100 euros in a month for online coaching. I make work plan for. It depends. Basically, if you're looking for 3 days to work, 4 days to, it's different for everyone. But I'm making workout routines. We find a goal. Goal is usually competition, and we work to that. And so right now I have 2 spaces left to the start of next month. I will make an Instagram post, and if anyone wants to have online coaching, because I've seen so many guys in arm wrestling, they're saying like they can coach in arm wrestling. they don't have exercise. You cannot just say someone just do some bicep curls and they get better. I really try to take care of my clients, and there are 2 spaces left for next month. I will make Instagram posts. So everyone, if you're interested, I will explain everything. Contact me on Instagram. Don't write comments here, but contact me on Instagram. I will get back to you. Boom. Pasquale1234 asks, exercise, arm wrestling? Yeah. Yeah. I like your programs, would be willing to buy your advanced program if you make one. That's what just I said, cool burn. So, as I said, contact me on Instagram. I will get back to you. What about Kocha, bro? Will he beat Zuluev in World 2018? I don't know. I don't know where's Kochak at right now. And Zuluev looked pretty damn strong. So this is why it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait for that match. You know. What's your forearm measurement? 38, 40 centimeters. I don't know. It depends. I did the measurement about, I don't know, 6 months ago, so I don't remember. And right now, with all the diet that I'm eating right now, I'm feeling really strong. As you see, I'm not that fat as I was before. I'm not as skinny as I was before. So I will do some measurements, maybe. Yeah. Sir, how to double strength in arm wrestling at home? I have playlist with arm wrestling training at home. Go there, look there. You can find some things there, and just, yeah. Hey Ray, I train full body every day. Are there any arm wrestling exercises for Toproll I could do after every workout? Yes, there are so many. Again, just go on my channel right here, right in search Toproll, and all these exercises will come out. Just do one exercise, not the same exercise, different exercise each training session, and you will have benefits from it. Can you please explain how to do a cut? You mentioned something with Himalayan salt, but I never did something like that before. So what's the deal? You know, about cutting, it's I should make a complete different video about this. With cutting, it's for me. I'm right now. So okay, I will talk about cutting in different video because it's a long thing, and I should just explain all these things. So I think I will do this before Worlds when I'm cutting to 70 back again. For Himalayan salt, it's really good. It's really good in electrolytes. It's full of electrolytes. It's better than table salt. Table salt has it's not as good quality, and your body will not be happy when you use it. So this is why I recommend taking Himalayan salt all day. Right now, my diet is meat. I'm trying this carnivore thing. I was on keto. I loved keto. After Europe, I slided back into eating shit, junk food and shit, and I felt pretty disgusting with myself. I started back going to keto, and then I thought, like, I don't like vegetables that much. I enjoy eating some nuts and and having some stevia and some keto sweets. So I was like, no, I will go back and go to only meat diet. So right now I'm eating meat, I'm drinking water, and I'm adding Himalayan salt to it. Himalayan salt is really good. I'm using it all in my cooking. Nothing's cramping up. People always ask me, like, if you're not eating this and not eating enough vegetables, do you have cramps? No, I don't, because I eat Himalayan salt. I add it to water, I add it to cooking, things like that. Do you think Mask is on same level like Razumir, Babayo, Gasparini, or Latin? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. We don't know. It's like, on what level is Devonin? We saw a video where Krasimir came and just destroyed him, beat him, and everything. We don't know. When he finally comes to Europe, and or other guy comes to Europe and fights someone in position that they're in, because Barboza was here on Zloty tour, and he lost on fouls. Basically, he couldn't do anything because they're so used to this American style pulling where the elbow is going everywhere, and they just lost. And arm wrestling, as I said so many times before, there aren't micro fouls. There's always advantage on foul. When someone gets foul, it's either they're so weak they cannot hold their elbow on place, or they're trying to get advantage. When you're going up, you get a foul. It's not like you just moved your elbow like this and you stayed on the same place. No, you were trying to get advantage. This is why I don't consider such things as microfouls. But I think Mask is really good. I think he's somewhere near. I don't think he's Laletian's level, but again, we don't know. We cannot. We don't have right now chance to test it. He needs to come or make some kind of event that's real. You know, like World Arm Wrestling League. They say World Arm Wrestling League. I see only like 3 nations represented there. It's you know, you cannot say you're best in the world when you have beaten just guys from 2 countries. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to come to either World Championship or some big event where there are really strongest guys in the world. People ask like, why doesn't I saw today the stupidest, like the most stupid comment I have seen this week. Let's say this week because there are so many stupid. Under video of Levan Saginishvili training, and he was doing rope climbing and pull-ups and bicep curls, and someone someone put down like comments saying it's not gonna help him in arm wrestling. He's, I think, 6-time world champion, 6-time world champion. I don't know how many times European champion. You say like that doesn't work. For him, everything he does works. It's like the stupidest thing you can say. So let's get to other things. Oh my god, I need to get faster with all this. What are some good weightlifting numbers? Risco, coping, posting back pressure to aim for 75 kilo class. 60 kilos. Like real weight, 60 kilos. If you're doing in some cable machine, that's 120 kilos. That will be some good numbers. Because then you're in a range where you can fight some of the best guys in the world. If you surpass it, 70, 80 kilos on one arm, that's good. That's some of my experience. I want to match against you. Meet me, say please. So, where are you right now? I'm in Riga right now. I have about hour to spare. You know. Trevor broke your arm to play with him. Hey Ray, how did you get started in arm wrestling? What made you become an arm wrestling coach, and how did you do it? Super simple version. The gym that I'm working right now, the gym that is my gym, is a school where I went after primary school. So it's a technical school. I studied there for 4 years. I'm a programmer with my first education. So I fell in love with gym, with training. I met some people. They were in arm wrestling. I started doing some arm wrestling, and I just got sucked into this. I love training. Absolutely love all part of it. That's my part of the day. I know. Like today, we went and just trained for 2.5 hours, and it was like the best time I can have. You know. So after finishing technical school or high school, basically, I took a year off, and that year I just thought what I want to do with my life. And when I was studying here, I was helping people with training and coaching them basically without anything. So I thought like, okay, I will go to sports science and become coach. And at that time, I had this amazing thing where I already knew Jan Samolich, but he met me and he said, so the place where he was teaching arm wrestling, he didn't have time to do it. So he asked me, will I be willing to train people there? They paid me so little money, but I loved it so much. I did it 3 times a week. I had this is where I met Kaspars Gravis and Vladislavs Krasovskis, and basically most of my guys, they started there, and I did experiments on them because I didn't know nothing. So I did experiments on them, and that's how it went. So after this, I become like I didn't want to be like good at something. I want to be best. So for me to be best at something, I need to give them knowledge to be better. So I spend my days learning anatomy, physics, and things like that. So everything that works in arm wrestling, just training in general and things like that, and then apply it to them. We have so many training programs that we went through and things that we don't use now because you need to find these things, and this is how I found them. I had opportunity to coach people. Nothing I did harmed anyone, but there were things that worked better and things that worked worse. So we went through a lot of training sessions, a lot of things, and in the end, I found things that work, and that's what we're doing for last 2 years. but it's really hard to find, like, you know, dedicated people. I have some really dedicated people right now that I train, that are preparing for European Worlds, because I can do only. I always say, like, good athlete is like a tool, you know, just they have this specific objective that they need to understand. They need to be working. They need to be training. They need to be thinking about training, you know, and I can do as much as I can, but it's up to them in the end. So right now I have some guys that are up and coming, new guys, and they just been training for a year, and I know they will be really good. We have some guys that, but let's say 3 years ago, 2 years ago, it's closer to that. 2 years ago or a year ago, there was one dedicated guy. That's Vladislav. He's all about arm wrestling, and that's how far he went. So right now I have at least 4 guys like him that are dedicated. I'm not saying gifted. I'm not saying genetically gifted or better. They're dedicated, and dedication is key to success, in my opinion. Discipline and dedication. Okay, you don't know me, bro. Also, no limits, national level champion. I'm champion too. I want a match against you, bro. If I come to India, we can have a match, no problem. But right now, I'm like, I have things to do. Sorry. Okay, what are your goals for this year? Think I for channel? Yeah, I'm thinking I can do 10K subscribers. So for this channel, what I started, it wasn't, you know, I want to help people. It's most my objective. You know, I don't. I'm can tell you things that only I know. I'm pretty confident and competent in my sphere. So right now I can talk about training and things like that. I don't believe in bullshit. I don't believe in like, you know. Right now you can go to most jacked up bodybuilder looking trainer and they will say, like, you can look like me, you know, and they will bullshit you with all these things, and they're taking steroids instead. So I'm here to spread good knowledge, to help people. Maybe someone finds this channel and just falls in love with arm wrestling. That's what I want to do. I want to make this all bigger, but, you know, right now I still have a job. I still have Latvian Arm Wrestling Federation to take care of and things like that, and I'm caught up to all these things, and I like training myself. I cannot spend a day in a life without training if I have a goal and things in my mind, so like that. Okay, I saw that comment too. Okay, sir, I'm 15 years old, so how can I beat everyone at school with arm wrestling? Train, be smarter, be faster. You know, it's super simple. It's train. What's your prediction for Arm Fight 50? I don't want to talk about that right now, about Arm Fight 50. I will make videos about this because I really need to get into these things and watch videos and compare athletes, and because from the top of my head, like, you know, like he's gonna win and that gonna win, and it's like I want to have arguments why I think someone's gonna win. How do you defend Toproll? What do you think about Serbian arm wrestling? Sorry, I there isn't much I have heard about Serbian arm wrestling. Maybe send me some links, I can watch some things. But yeah, defending from Toproll, just have stronger fingers and supination. Your supination overcomes their pronation. Your win. Can you talk about what's your schedule for 1 year for arm wrestling? How many tournaments? How many times per week? Lift heavy, lift light. So, schedule for a year. As I said so many times before, don't do one thing like year round. Like big competitions, 2 big competitions and a lot of small ones. I took some time off. I didn't compete. There was years when I competed 40 times in a year in competitions. Small, big, it doesn't matter for me. I just wanted to compete. And I think I was better than I am now on table at that point, just from the feel of arm wrestling, because in training it's not the same thing as competition. Competition, you need to feel. More competitions you have, more confident you get on table. So I recommend 2 big competitions train lightweights, heavyweights. It depends on you. Again, as I said, so many different, everything depending on you. But switch things up. Don't do the same thing for all year. It's ridiculous. It's not working. It might work for 1%, less, less than 1%. You're just like Freddie Roach. He started coaching as a volunteer. Look at him now, one of the best boxing coaches. Yeah, I know Freddie Roach. He's I watched some videos with him. He's inspiring. If you can beat, if I can beat you, then you can give me a chance to stream live with you. Cool, cool. Do you follow anyone in YouTube fitness? Back in the day, I think I watched Mark Lobliner, you know, tigerfitness.com. I watch some of these because he's so intense guy, like, you know. I sometimes watch Athlete X videos because they have really good things about recovery and things like that. It's like now they just using the same stuff they've been using for years, so it's nothing new there. There's no knowledge for me to take. I watch a lot of Joe Rogan. I watch a lot of interviews. I'm fascinated with smart people, with people that just talk about like difficult things. I love Jocko Willink. He's very motivational. I just love his mentality. It's something different. It's something out of ordinary. Something like completely different. Or David Goggins, he had an interview with them, and I like podcasts. I like when people talk about. I love Jordan Peterson. If someone follows me on Instagram, if you don't do, go under one of my videos and find me on Instagram. I'm listening to his book right now, and I'm reading some of their books, and yeah, I you know, there's a lot of good information. There's a lot of motivation you can take from this. It's always, you need to go through things in your life for yourself, but you can have some knowledge before you go in these things from people that have done these things, that have like different views on world. So right now I'm trying to be open to everything. At some points, you know, I'm sitting and someone says me something about thing that some other coach said, and first thought in my head is like, they don't know shit, I know better. And the second thing is like, shut the F up, you don't know nothing. Listen to people, what they have to say. So I think everyone has some good things to say. I just think, and nowadays there are so many people who just want to get famous, who just want to get rich, who doesn't want to help you, who just want these things in life. And I started this channel as a way of helping people. I wanted to go and do my magister degree and then go on doctor on my PhD. So but I thought, like, then I'm gonna sit in an audience with 20 people. I will help only 20 people, and from those 20 people I might influence only 2. This is a bigger way to influence people. This is a bigger way to, you know. Okay, how can I contact? Find me on Instagram. I discovered and fell in love with armwrestling because of you and your channel. Oh, thank you. So this is what I'm talking about, Fleece Johnson. So thank you for this. This what, like, I'm done, guys. So I did something, you know. But it's really good because I want people have more good knowledge about arm wrestling. People are breaking their arms. They don't know shit. This is why I put out some videos, and they are getting more popular. And yeah, I love interacting with you guys. Thank you for that. Apparently Pushkar couldn't do 60 kilo back pressure. What lifts are you recommending to able to do 60 kilo with? I didn't understand that question. Just, okay, if you cannot do 60 kilo, work with 30 kilos. And you can do maybe 40 kilos, work with 40 kilos. Like, just work. It's not like something. And again, one big thing people in arm wrestling doesn't understand. It's like, second stupidest comment I saw this week. Again, under 11 Saganishvili training video. Like, the comment. I'm not an arm wrestler. I can do more. Pathetic. So he was doing 110 kilo bicep curls. It doesn't matter what kind of weights you bring. It doesn't matter how much you can lift on your biceps. If you can activate that muscle in arm wrestling match, then it makes some difference. Because it's I don't know, people are so messed up and they would just want to do these big lifts and they don't do shit for you. It's control over your body, over everything. If you just like, you know, if you keep lifting big weights but you cannot beat the guy in arm wrestling that has like lifts 40% less than you, then like, what's the point of doing these big lifts, you know? Today we were doing bicep together with Ladislaus and one of my guys that is unbelievably good and will be even better in a year, Marat. So we were doing bicep curls and we worked our way up to 60 kilos, something like that. I said I could post a video of this on Instagram, but everyone gonna laugh. So just like looking at Ladislaus, it's 60 kilos is hard for him because he doesn't do it, because he doesn't need it. It's like eh, there are a lot of guys that can lift 100 kilos and they cannot beat him. There's the difference. It's not weights. It's getting constantly better on table, bringing that energy, that force, that training to the table. If you get better at this exercise, will it make you better on table? That's what I'm talking about. You know. Okay. What's your thoughts about Kazakhstan arm wrestling? I think this is the. I will. It, you know, best is like this. But they're number 3 in the world from everything. The system works. How they create champion works. I cannot even imagine the level of their national team. You know, because everyone who comes to world in Europe, not Europe, to worlds, they get in medals. Basically everyone. It's the level is super high. I think the best in the world. I can say it, best in the world. They have really good school. They have really good. I know the people in Kazakhstan, like arm wrestling is way out. Is way to get better in life. So everyone wants to get better at life. So this is the point. In nations that have a lot of things to do, and when they have everything, they're more lazy. They're more lazy. This is why their level on national team is insane. You just, if you don't trust me, go right there to World Arm Wrestling Championship, let's say 2017, and look how many guys from Kazakhstan won medals. Just look, and insane. Joe Rogan podcast, lots of stuff. Yeah, especially about Kid Going. I love Orderby. He's really good. I love watching him. It's good for arm wrestling to be fat if you can use that fat in arm wrestling match. Who cares? It's up to you, you know. Okay. Can you train some? Can you train same exercise? Oh, sorry. I don't understand that. Regarding 60 kilo lift, that was a follow up to recommended early for weightlifting goals for 70 kilos. Yes, just work your way up to that. Just work with the increase and see, does it help you on getting better on table? Then yeah. Thank you for establishing this channel. Thank you. Hey Ray, what do you do outside arm wrestling and training? Play games, follow UFC, watch anime. uh, at some points I read comic books. When we're traveling and going to different countries and in championships and things like that, I always have my pad with me and I read books. So that's what I do. Uh, we watch a lot of TV shows together with my girlfriend Saturdays, Sundays. So in an hour I will have to leave. We will do some things together. So taking care of myself. But basically, arm wrestling right now is my life. I don't have any other activities that I want to do. It's just training. I really enjoy training. It's hard for some people to understand. It's like, yeah, when it doesn't feel like work, I feel great. I just feel like there are a lot of people who come to my training sessions and see I'm dancing, singing, and training because I feel so good there. We love to do it. I wouldn't recommend you doing something that you hate or don't enjoy. So for me, After all, oh, good one. But we will have that match someday. I'm a teen. Any basic tip for arm wrestling? Just watch some videos, man. I just like basic tip: get better, get better, improve your technique. You will do better. Can you train same group of muscle pronation backwards 2 or 3 times per? 2 times, 2 times, 3 times. I think that's too much. But three times is too much. But 2 times should be enough. Again, if you feel that you need to do 3 times, do 3 times. If you're doing something for 3 times a week and you feel no benefits from it, switch back to 2 times and just do it harder. Do you have any funny stories, arm wrestling? Strangers. Right now it's hard to think of something. It's always something funny. Back in the days, it's like there's been like the guy comes from countryside and they come in gym and they found our gym. They know national team arm wrestling. They come in. They say like, I never lost a fight in my life. I'm like the strongest guy ever. No one can beat me. It's usually Giannis in the gym, and Giannis like finds the smallest guy he can find. It's like you wrestle him, and he just beats him. That's pretty funny to me because the arrogance. Brother, I'm 80 kilo man. Can I lift on bicycles? Yes, you can. You can do everything you want. You can lift as much as you want when you train for it. Just train for it. It's not like there are no limitations. Limitations, it's created. If someone says like, can I fly? Just like fly as a person? Well, no, because everyone knows it's not true. But things like weights, like limits, like just like looking at weightlifting and powerlifting, this insane amount of weight that people can lift has gone up in last 10 years. So there are no limits, just your mind. Creatine molecule is safe or not? It's safe. It's safe. Take creatine. Can I train forearms every day for growth, not for arm wrestling? Every day will not help you. You need that super compensation. You can train them for every other day or things like that, or train one day on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday take off, and then really hard on Thursday, and then but that's more better. You need to get time to grow. We're not growing while we're training. We're growing when we're not training. Hi, I'm from Korea. Oh, hi to Korea. I think the number of times you train a muscle group each week depends on intensity and volume per session. Some people train the same muscle 3 times every day. Again, it depends on you. If you get better, if you feel like you're having benefits, it's not. I'm not saying like don't do it completely. It's not. As I said before, nothing is 100% sure. So you just need to understand: is it working? Are you getting better? Are you getting stronger? Are you getting better technique from it? Then yeah. If no, then stop doing that. It's pretty simple. And sometimes people have like we have these fears from stop doing something. We're training and then we're looking at things like, I will get better. Just right now I'm tired, and it's like 3 months and you already went down with weight. So just you need to either you're gonna stop yourself or your body will stop itself and you get injured sometimes. How much time do you need to be a strong arm wrestler? Depends. I have seen people come and go with in 2 years. I have seen people after 20 years getting really good. It really depends on the individual. Do you train rise on judo belt? How many kilograms do you take? I don't remember. You mean like this? I think this one. 20 kilos sometimes, but it's really hard. I don't have really good this. This is not the strongest part of my arm. Have you ever tried multi-spinner by Devon? Yes, I tried multi-spinner. I will make some videos about multi-spinner pretty soon because it was like how I was so blind and not see this great tool. Devon is a master, and adding this to your training, not just doing everything with it, but adding to some things, I think it can really benefit. And I will make some videos about this. We made some multi-spinners last month, and we're using them, and we're still testing out. I cannot give you something that I just saw. I need to test some things out, and then I can give my advice on it. I don't want to be deceitful or lie. Do you have tips on chronic injuries in elbow? Stop what you're doing, go to doctor, listen to what they say, and don't harm yourself. The most problem with the arm wrestlers, they want to just keep going and going, and just it's better stop and just give your body time to heal. My best advice. You should look up a guy on YouTube called Student Aesthetics Mission. You look like his long lost brother. Yeah, I will. Okay. Why do you think about Devon Lard? I said that before. I think that's gonna be an interesting match. I think in the end, Devon's gonna win, but Matt Mask might surprise us. Have you ever watched the Grip Gauntlet from Jujimufu's channel? It's basically a grip training with Ron Thunder and grippers. No, but I will check it out. I love Jujimufu. He's such a crazy guy. He's into training. Joy Deep, I'm 80 kilo man. I lift 100 kilos on bicycles. Can I lift? Yes, you can. As I said, I think I just didn't say that I'm talking about you. You can do it. Just train. Just train. Get better. There's no limitation. You can do 150 if you want it. So just work on it, and you can get better. So guys, do you have any calisthenic exercise? Do you have any calisthenic? Yes, muscle ups. Muscle ups are really good. I love doing muscle ups, pull ups. You know, these are some beneficial. Sometimes we will do some. Basically, when we're training our abs, just core, we will do hangs in towels to strengthen our static grip and things like that. Of course, it's really good if you don't have anything, but we do so many exercises when we're just pulling ourselves up. All the things considered pull-ups, if you can apply it to arm wrestling, they're good. Cosmin, hi man. Indeed, I started training with it like 3 weeks ago and results are amazing. Both pronation and supination way more than just training your supination capacity. Yes. So with multi-spinner, what it does, you have put it on upper part, so on pronation. It will activate your wrist together with pronation. So basically it's mimicking the arm wrestling motion. When you're going on Toproll, you're doing this. And when you're using multi-spinner, you're doing the same thing. And when you're doing multi-spinner on bottom part of your palm, supination. So when you're doing it, you're curling it in like this. So multi-spinner, it's really good tool. And it's like how I missed this. I think I saw the video like 5 years ago, and I don't know who I asked from arm wrestling community, or 6 years, I don't know. But I asked someone and said like, nah, that's not good. It's like, okay, that's not good. And one day I was just like sitting and watched some video, and multi-spinner was on next playlist. So okay, I watched this, and it's like, I went to the gym same day, made one by myself, and it's like, god damn it, we have been missing so much. Who would win, left arm Pushkar or Levan? Pushkar. Levan is really strong, but he's not that intelligent on table right now. He's learning. In 3 years, 5 years, no one will stop him. J Skate, can I benefit if doing few exercises slowly? I want to increase my duration and my stamina. No, it's just because you're doing something slowly doesn't mean you will get more stamina on table. If you want to have more stamina on table, have someone pull you for a minute, just like minute, no pins, just staying from one position to another. In arm wrestling, when you're doing just one exercise, let's say bicep, and you're doing it really slow, you have tension coming from here to here, so you will have really good endurance here, but everything here, and back and chest and everything will not work together. So to have better endurance, work on table. It's the best advice I can give you. I think you can be a good entrepreneur. You should think about it. I'm good. Why in arm wrestling is it different? So fucking crazy. Thanks, but I killed. Why in arm wrestling is the difference so fucking crazy? I kill 90% people. I go have a friend. He kill me like a tiny girl. The, okay. So the question is, why are there sometimes so big difference when someone beats you like really easy, or you lose someone really easy? It's because like there's sometimes you think like it's a big difference from one person to the other. Sometimes it's just you're not activating some part of your arm. You're not doing something that they're doing. So this is the big difference. Sometimes it is big difference when everything is better. But if you're losing in just one position, improving that position will counterattack everything. Love from Greece. Me and my friend been watching your videos for a year. Incredible tips, most important biceps for arm wrestling. Don't train bicep for arm wrestling. You don't need it. I really believe that. It's like people keep it like everyone asks me about, but it doesn't matter what you do, how much you lift on your bicep. But if I have to like from 45-degree angle some bicep curls. This is my opinion some of the best exercise you can do for your bicep because there are not a lot of guys who actually use bicep in fights because you know you're in an open position from here and if you're standing like this your bicep is holding some position but your tendon is holding the other, so rotation's going like this and you're holding like this. So there are a lot more things that you can improve than your bicep to get better at arm wrestling. If my hands are smaller, is it better to use 3-inch multi-spinner or 2 point? I don't know. Basically, if your hands are smaller, you just need to find something that fits in your arm. If you take the big one and it just feels like too big, just take the small one. It's on you. You just need to. Babayev or Bresnan? Ooh, I think Babayev. He's like a tank. He's like a small tank. He's gonna beat Bresnan, I think. But Bresnan is really strong. But I think right now Babayo is so fast, and he will be, I think, really big at that point. And it's yeah. And the fight that I wanted to see, and I think is a mismatch, was Dave Chaffee. Dave Chaffee will pull against Gennady, I think. And I wanted to see Dave. Dave deserves to fight Andre or someone else. He's been at the time when Tsiplenko was still active, he was the guy who could stop Tsiplenko, who could beat him at some fights. You know, he was that guy, and they don't give him a chance. This is because I think he's just like so nice. He's just like basically I think a little bit shy. He just like stands there, but you need to be screaming loud so everyone would notice you. Okay, Ray, but you put bicep exercise on your beginner intermediate. Should I do not do them? No, you should work on your tendon. You should you should work on your tendon. Tendon here, it's just for me. People when they ask me about bicep, I know they're focusing most on the bicep. Don't focus most on bicep. Focus more on elbow flexion and wrist and things like that. When you focus on this, you get used to this and pulling like this. If you have really good and you can really apply it to the you can apply it on table. It's most important thing. Can you apply it on table? You know, if you cannot do it, there's no point doing it. You should about my training programs. It's not like everything will work for you, but just try it out for 2 weeks. Okay, if you feel like this will help me, do it. If you feel like this doesn't help me, change to something that's gonna help you. That's as I said, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is truth is for everyone a little bit different. What muscle is the most important for Toproll Northern in importance? Elbow flexion. If this one brachyradialis and all the elbow flexor group, you can lose your wrist, but if you can pull someone here like this, it's most important thing. So you can lose your wrist, you can lose things like that. You still can pull him like this. In hook, it's side press. It's side press. It's basically how much your tendons can take. What's muscle? How did you learn English? It's really good. Watching movies, playing video games, reading a little bit. I have this gift of unnecessary knowledge. I remember basically every song I have heard, and if I hear a song for 5 times, I remember that song for life. So this is this is, but mostly making these videos, because if you look at some videos that I did in start of this channel, where the Fat Raymond was, and you know, my English wasn't as good. Right now I'm still struggling with some words. I still do so basically, and so, but I want to flash them out. I want to be fluent and want to be better. So yeah, it's like, again, for some people, I have heard some people speaking their English is like shit. They shouldn't talk. You know, it's like I watch my videos like I'm really bad, but they're worse. How can they be worse? You know, it's favorite arm wrestler Jan Samolic. What do you suggest after finishing your 6-week Toproll program? Just assess things. It's always, you can go with, again, just go with bigger weights. I will try to make new programs and put them on. And as I said in the middle of this video, if you want to have me to do you basically like online coaching, I do this. I have 2 spots on August, so contact me on Instagram, and then maybe we can do some arrangement and we can talk. Do you really need it? Because always for people who wants me to train them, it's like, do you really need? I work as a trainer. I train so many people, and it's like even exhausting. And at some points I'm like, I cannot take any clients, and right now I'm not taking any new clients, and people call me and say like, can you make me workout program? And I make workout program, they pay me money, I spend time making this program for them, and after 2 weeks they just quit. It's like, what's the point of it? So you just need to understand, will you do it? Are you willing to go where I'm taking you? If no, then you know. Okay, favorite arm wrestler, one more time, Jan Samolic, because he inspires me. I know him, he's drug free, he did it by himself, he worked consistently hard, and he's really smart. These are the qualities. This is why, yeah. What kind of pressure do you, in last few sentences, correction, what muscle pressure do you apply? What muscle pressure do you feel? It depends on what kind of position. If sometimes I'm in position where I feel I can just press with my tricep, Sometimes you will just need to pull with your back. Sometimes you really need to work with your wrist. So it's depending on position. I cannot explain you any better. Do you think that arm wrestlers have big bicep mainly because use it for supination rather than straight up bicep lock? It's because we pull so the biggest bicep guys always have like hook. It's really, it's most of the guys, some guys will have big bicep, but they've been pulling in hook. When you're pulling in hook, supination is bicep motion. There's adding tension, consistent tension on bicep. So this is why they sometimes think it's from this motion, but mostly it's from this motion, because it's like you're consistently adding more tension. Working on table, it's more taking than just doing weights. If you do hard training session on table for just, let's say, 20 minutes, after that you will not be able to move weights that you did before if you wouldn't stepped on table before training. So because it's so taking, it really creates most tension. And some of these guys are using steroids. You know. Thanks a lot for all. You're welcome. New arm wrestling here. Thank you for your videos. Have helped me a lot. Good one. So guys, I'm really have to go. I have many things to do, and yeah. Thank you everyone who watched me. Started the video. I wanted to basically talk about what the issue was with the last video, and just you know, train smart, be better, be constant. If you want to do this, do it as much as you can. If you're healthy, for me, it's like, you know, I haven't been healthy in years, but I love this sport so much, so I'm trying to do it as much as I can. Can I force power for arm wrestling without doing only weight, arm wrestling only weight training? Yes, you can, if it works for you. It depends, does it work for you? Well, hello to you too, from Ireland, Latvian Ireland. Okay guys, so stay strong and love arm wrestling.